News from Jammu and Kashmir, the Supreme Court this time, Chief Justice of India seeking a roadmap for Jammu and Kashmir's statehood. The CJI to centre, conveying restoring of democracy is crucial. The court says democracy is crucial for Jammu and Kashmir and attempts should be made to restore it with immediate effect. CJI asks the AG and the SG to get instructions from the government if there is a time frame within which Jammu and Kashmir will be declared a state yet again. We'll see statehood yet again. SG says statement has been made in the floor of the House and efforts are being made towards it. Once efforts are fruitful and the situation returns to normal, of course, democracy will be restored. CJI asking restoration of democracy is, of course, important. We can't have a situation of this nature. SG says in 2020, for the first time in decades, local body elections had taken place. No hartal, no stone pelting, no curfew. SG saying that I'm not the only one in fact, it's not only on elections and politics, I'm on national integration as well. CJI questioning what's the roadmap? Is there a roadmap? Get instructions from the government. Jammu and Kashmir needs to go into election. In fact, the election announcement has not yet been made. This was an assurance given that once a situation comes under control in Jammu and Kashmir, then elections will be announced. But so far, it hasn't happened. The CJI, Chief Justice of India, taking note of it, asking the centre on what really is the roadmap ahead to restore statehood in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Let me cut across to Anisha Mathur joining us live tracking court for us. Anisha, Jammu and Kashmir is waiting for democratic elections yet again. CJI now taking note of it, asking how far has that been achieved? Is there a roadmap towards it?
Well, yes, Nabila. Very crucially, today's hearing in the Supreme Court, it's day 12 of the hearing before the Constitution bench on the Article 370 abrogation matter, and the bench is asking some tough questions of the centre. They're saying that while we understand your argument that national security and national integration is at stake, what about the restoration of democracy? The court very clearly pointing out that you can't simply claim the argument that since this is a border state, since there has been unrest, it is taking time to restore democracy. We've had similar unrest in Upper Punjab. We've had similar unrest in northeastern states, one of which is still seeing a lot of unrest. But the issue effectively is of the power of the parliament and what will be the extent. So three very specific questions being asked by the centre that, okay, even if you argue that the parliament does have the power to turn a state into a union territory, one, how long is this period? How long will the state of Jammu Kashmir continue to be a union territory? Is there a roadmap for restoration of democracy? And more importantly, what is being done with regards to all of this? So the court very clearly saying that while we understand the centre's arguments regarding national security, regarding national integration, restoration of democracy is extremely crucial. In fact, they've pointed out the situation, the history of the legal position of a state versus union territory where unrest had happened in Punjab, unrest had happened in the northeastern states, various states and union territories have been carved out in independent India. But the court very clearly asking, is there a roadmap? Is there a timeline to hold elections? Because the centre repeatedly pointing out that, well, the situation is becoming normalized, that there has been no curfew, there has been no stone pelting or hartal in Jammu Kashmir for a while now. The Solicitor General even pointing out that the 2020 local body elections had been held, and therefore the bench once again asking, is there a timeline? What is important, very important, is that the Attorney General and the Solicitor General have been specifically asked by the bench to get instructions from the highest levels. And now, right after, in just a few minutes after the lunch break today, the Solicitor General will resume his arguments, and we may see some stand being taken by the government on whether there is any roadmap or timeline in place with regard to the situation in Jammu and Kashmir. Back to you.
Right. Well, Anisha, people of Jammu and Kashmir, of course, waiting for elections, and it's been now quite a while since that assurance was made, but yet it doesn't seem like Jammu and Kashmir is anywhere close to seeing statehood. But certainly, situation in Jammu and Kashmir has far progressed in terms of normalcy. We see that the mini event for Miss World, rather the Miss World winner and some of those participants, contestants were all brought to Kashmir, Srinagar, to take them on a good tour of the city. So clearly we see a lot of movement and Kashmir really opening up to the world, and activities such as Miss World happening there, which has never happened in the past. Let's continue tracking those developments, but this is perhaps really the most glamorous slap on the face of Pakistan at this point. Pakistan's state-sponsored radical Islamist terror complex and its enabling ecosystem in India.